Good morning, my beautiful people, and welcome to Sunup on 7. My name is Brandon Usher.
And I'm Courtney Menzies.
And today is September 23rd. Just like that, guys, we are over Independence Weekend. We hope that you had a beautiful Independence Day, celebrating and being patriotic for our country. But we're back on this show, and we do have a nice show planned out for you today. What do we have for them?
We have the director of the Belize National Orchestra, and I know you guys must have seen what they have to offer, so now you'll hear from the director more about what it entails.
Right. Apart from that, we have the Nature Conservancy coming in talking about our livestock industry and what Belize, Guatemala, and Mexico are doing to help alleviate situations, especially with New World screwworm on the attack right now. But apart from that, we have interesting couch talk for you, and we want to hear from you because we know a lot of you were upset for the Citizens Parade and the Uniform Parade as well. Yeah. So we want to hear from you. How do you feel about that? But you know how this works. Put your comments in the comment section below. We want to make it lively, interactive, fun, judgy, but respectful, of course. Let's go to the couch.
Let's do it.
A place to call your own, a place where you can go.
Good morning, my beautiful people out there, and welcome to your Tuesday episode of Sunup on 7. And yes, Claudia, still in celebration mode. Why not? It's September. It's our national month. But we have to bring you the weather before we bring you the show, courtesy of the Belize Met Service.
Good morning. Moist and relatively unstable conditions continue over the country. In the 24-hour forecast, skies will be cloudy with sunny breaks today and then cloudy at times tonight. A few thunderstorms, showers, and periods of rain will affect mostly central and northern areas this morning. Activity will gradually decrease and become isolated by this afternoon, then redevelop mostly over the southern coast tonight. Please note that an excessive rainfall watch is in effect, as additional rainfall amounts of up to 2 to 4 inches are expected over the country, especially central and northern areas this morning. Residents, especially those living in flood-prone areas, are advised to monitor the weather situation carefully and to stay tuned for details on potential flooding from the National Hydrological Service. Additionally, up to 6 o'clock this morning, the southern districts received approximately 2 to 4 inches of rainfall, while the rest of the country received amounts of less than 1 inch. High temperatures will reach around 85 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 92 degrees Fahrenheit inland, and then 78 degrees Fahrenheit in the mountains. For tonight, low temperatures will reach around 78 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 74 degrees Fahrenheit inland, and then 67 degrees Fahrenheit in the hills. Winds over the open sea will be from the east to southeast at 10 to 20 knots, while sea conditions will be light chop to choppy. And then high tides occur at 10:53 this morning and at 10:38 tonight. Low tides at 4:56 this evening and then at 5:35 tomorrow morning. The moon will rise at 7:05 this morning and then set at 6:54 this evening, while sunset is at 5:47 this evening and sunrise at 5:41 tomorrow morning. And now for the extended forecast. Skies will be cloudy at times, with a few showers and thunderstorms or periods of rain expected around the country on Wednesday morning and night. Otherwise, activity will be isolated. And finally, for the tropical weather outlook. At 3 a.m., Hurricane Gabrielle was located near latitude 33.2 north and longitude 59.7 west, or about 305 miles east-northeast of Bermuda. Gabrielle was moving to the northeast at 13 miles per hour with maximum sustained winds of 140 miles per hour. Then, shower and thunderstorm activity associated with a tropical wave located a little less than 1,000 miles east of the Lesser Antilles continues to show signs of organization. This system has a medium chance of development in the next 48 hours. Please note that neither of these systems poses any threat to Belize. And this has been this morning's weather report from the National Meteorological Service.
There we have the weather, guys. It's going to be a wet, wet morning. But Quartz, Independence Day weekend, how did you spend it?
Dude, I don't even want to talk about it because I did not do anything. I spent it the entire 3 days at home.
That's the best thing, though. Rest.
Best thing, yeah.
Rest.
I rested. I also packed because I'm leaving for Japan tomorrow. So
Yes, you're going for true.
So a lot of my time was spent packing and just preparing myself for that trip. Yeah.
Excitement must have did.
Yeah. But I saw all the pictures of Kes. Civic me pack up,
Ram
pack
Jam.
up. Oh my gosh. I think people really enjoy that. Kes is always very enjoyable.
I heard nothing bad about it.
Yeah, he's a good performer. He's a great performer, and I'm glad it was indoors. Maybe that makes it more comfortable that it's indoors. You know, the
AC
facilities
up.
at Civics are really nice too. Like bathrooms and stuff are really nice. So it's like you're not using porta potties.
That's true.
We've come a long way.
Or you know, they go step up in a mud. You can actually go in your heels if you want. Take off your
Exactly.
heels, and you know I
Yeah.
get dirty that much. But yes, I heard great things about the concert.
Yeah, I also saw the pictures of Carnival. How was Kikaker?
Kikaker was very interesting. I loved it. I felt like it was more family oriented. Like people are there and people that cheer you on and what's not. The festivities the night before for the 20th to bring in the independence was really nice too. We're gonna start the dance floor. I entered into a punta competition.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Was it captured on camera?
It was.
I hope that video starts circulate. Whoever got a video,
It
please
will
circulate
never
it.
reveal itself. Or else, I know that who have it. But yes, it was really nice. The fireworks, my gosh, how long did the fireworks last? Probably like 1 hour.
Wow, Kikaker really goes all out for the fireworks.
It was, right? I couldn't even stay up to watch the fireworks. I'm so tired.
Wow.
And then, of course, the Juve happened, and then, of course, Carnival did. But it was such a nice day, such a nice time as well. But yes, we saw the rest of the country celebrating as well. Different carnivals all over.
Yeah.
Orange Walk, big thing.
Of course.
Placencia, I saw with their one. Kaya, I saw with
San
their
Pedro
one.
had something too, right?
San Pedro with
Yeah.
their one as well. Yes. So, beautiful weekend, guys. But
Yeah.
let's get on into what else occurred during this weekend, and especially on our Independence Day itself.
Yeah.
There were reports coming out that there were Guatemalan Armed Forces vessels docked outside of Punta Gorda town. However, when we were speaking with the Admiral, Mr. Bennett, he actually said no, that is false. However, they did encounter Guatemalan Armed Force vessels in the mouth, or at the mouth of the Sarstoon itself. Compared to our 5 vessels, to their 8 vessels, our 5 vessels were also being aggressed by the GAF, not allowing them to go through, but they still made it to their forwarding base. But yes, all of this is happening, and it just escalates, right? The Guatemalan Armed Forces are now like actively during our Independence Day.
They're doing it. So they're doing it on purpose. They're doing these things in September on purpose because they know this is our month. This is where our independence is, and it's kind of like, it's not only is it disrespectful, it's also taunting. It's like, oh, do something since we're not an independent nation or whatever. You know, it's unfortunate that there's no sanctions on them. Like, they're clearly, both countries have an obligation to not escalate things while this case is before the ICJ. But it's not like you can go to the ICJ, it's not like you can go to the UN. Somebody to say,
the
hey,
OAS.
the OAS, which we're going to get into.
Yes.
But it's not like you can go there and say, Guatemala is doing this, they should be sanctioned somehow.
And that's the thing that I think just allows them to do what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because, okay, so what? So what?
Exactly, and I think this is why it's interesting that people keep abreast of what's happening in other places in the world.
Yes.
Guatemala is watching what other countries are doing to other countries.
Israel,
Particularly Israel's being able
biggest
to...
supporter.
Right. Okay, yeah. Israel and Guatemala, that road dog. They would bomb Lebanon, Syria, Palestine, all of these countries.
Qatar.
Qatar in one single day, and nothing happens to them. So Guatemala is like, well,
Okay.
nothing will happen to them. What will happen to we? So it's important to keep watch of what's happening globally, so you can understand when it happens here, you're not so surprised.
And that's the thing too. And yes, Charlotte, they do it every year, but this is the first time that they've actively not even, we can't even enter Sarstoon.
Yeah,
we
and
can't even do
multiple
that.
incidences in the same month.
And then this is the first time that they've planted their flag on Sarstoon as well. So yes, it happens every year, but no, we big and bad. We the con. We have 8 vessels, we're gonna leave 5.
Yeah.
Make we match up battleship, right? But no, it has been getting worse. And how do we stop it? We don't know. So then we go into our second topic this morning, what the OAS has to say about Guatemala.
The Secretary General was here. He held a press conference on Friday, and basically, the OAS's job is to sort of maintain the peace, but they're the reporting agency, so we would report things to them, and they would mediate. That's a word, a mediator of sorts. So we asked him several questions. One of the questions we asked him is about what the recent incidences in the Sarstoon and about the Sarstoon protocol, or what we would hope would be a Sarstoon protocol.
Right.
He says that unless both countries request a protocol, they cannot assist, which just goes to show you that we'll never get that protocol. I think the Minister of Foreign Affairs says that they haven't given up, but Guatemala has already said, we don't want that. That ain't happening. We're not gonna, there's no protocol. There can never be a protocol. And if they don't request it, then
nothing can happen.
Nothing could happen. And then we also asked him about, okay, but what about the Columbia River Forest Reserve that the Guatemalans are destroying? They're like 450 acres of biodiversity destroyed. And he's like, oh yeah, we lament that, but we haven't, there's no reporting that's being done. But even when there's reporting being done, we've always heard reports of the OAS investigating team. When they have to go into the reserve, they're always afraid. And yeah, it's scary in there. There's wild animals, there's wild Guatemalans with weapons. It is frightening, but somebody has to do it. Somebody has to go in there, but even when they go in there, they'll do their investigation, and the report will come out months from now. And then what's the solution?
Thank you.
As the forest is being destroyed some more, so it's a very tricky situation because you're tied up in all this red tape and bureaucracy while forests are being destroyed and Guatemalans are continuing to do what they do. So we had the press conference, but I think there are more questions and answers that came out of that.
For me, it's like, okay, but we just to sit back to watch. That was basically what I got from the press conference, because even when you asked about the adjacency zone, and then he brought up the issue of, well, our investigation team, they're experts and whatever, but they're fair going behind there. We're giving them new tools in order to go and enhance their investigations. But then, like you rightfully said, these investigations lead to reports. And then the reports lead to what?
Yeah.
What? So this goes back to my original claim when we were, marching through the streets and you say yes to the ICJ and we win. We win. Who then enforces?
Right.
Who then protects? Who then serves? What enforcement protocols are there when, and I said when we win this case?
Right. Because countries invade countries every single day, and it's usually one army against another. So what happens if Guatemala comes in? Who stops and who helps us? Who sends their military to us? Who arms us the way the U.S. is arming Israel? Who arms us to be able to fight against Guatemala? So we have to wait and see, because who's going to enforce that? And our military, obviously, and it's no secret, our military can't stand up to theirs.
Right, and probably allies as well, because we're part of the U.S. following all of this.
Exactly, because the U.S. is friends of both Belize and Guatemala.
And Israel.
And, okay, yeah. So Yeah.
Right. So that's what the Secretary General of the OAS has said. So we will find out more about what these specific tools are that they will be arming the investigation team with. But apart from that, they're still afraid to go into our adjacency zone and the Columbia River Forest Reserve as well.
Right. And we
Which
could
is-
know that it's in our territory, but they'll still say we have to investigate to see if it's within that 1 kilometer
Under,
or
uh-huh.
outside. Yeah.
And I mean, 450
50
acres
acres.
in. Hello. But anyways, we have to do the reporting. Why are we not reporting?
Yeah.
But moving on into our next topic this morning, and well, this one has upset a lot of people. Yesterday, coming back on the boat, I was stopped and vented out to the 21st Day Parade, the uniform parade that we all so look forward to. I mean, even the high schoolers, they look forward to it, the marching bands, the parents, they look forward to seeing this very strong act of solidarity from our young people, from our citizens on a whole. Well, due to the inclement weather, they canceled this parade, and this came out literally when the morning of
Yeah. The Sunday.
the
Sunday
Sunday,
morning.
yes, the Sunday morning, where canceled in Belize City,
Yeah.
but because of the rain, right? But courts, you yeah.
There's no rain.
What?
There's no rain. And,
Say it ain't so, courts.
you know, it's crazy because it rains like it's raining right now outside. And miraculously, it's like the universe said, I'm low enough to have nothing. It's on Independence Day, I'll give it a sunshine. But they still cancel it. And I guess the forecast must have predicted rain. And the city council was, and the Ministry of Education was looking at that forecast, which is fair, but...
Because even in a Kikak at the night of the 20th, they're bringing in the 20th and hard rain the port, right?
Yeah.
That's why I guess the dance were never full of people. But even in the sprinklings or when it happened, it was raining. So I think they were looking at all of this
Yeah.
as well. I'm not sure about Belize City if it was that same type of weather.
I was
happening.
sleeping probably.
Good for you. Gear up for Japan, Michael. But yes,
yeah.
all of this happened, but like I said, yesterday, and we saw on Facebook so many posts going out. One, because of the last minuteness of the entire thing. People were already gearing up. I saw one student post up that, oh, they spent lots of money on her outfit already. She going out, they go make Belize proud, but then all of a sudden she is not allowed that. So people
Yeah.
are,
And it hasn't even been postponed, right? It's been full out
cancelled.
cancelled.
But then the thing is, if you put up back, Ed, put up back the release, because for me, English is a very, very important tool here. I want to read the bottom. I want to read the bottom of it. Oh, the Vic. Yes. All right. Official ceremonies in. You don't say cancel up the top, you know.
Yeah.
Official ceremonies in Belize and uniform parades in other municipalities will proceed as planned. For some people, where they interpret that, they're like, okay, so they happen or you know they happen. You don't say you know they happen, but then it happen.
Yeah.
The ceremonies alone were to happen, right? Not the uniform parade.
Yeah.
But again, people from schools administration has actually posted as well, saying, you know what, well, we're not again want postponement. Like, when did it happen? We don't spend money per bus. We don't spend money per food for the children.
Yeah.
We don't spend money per they make our banners, all of these things,
And
our
all the
marching
preparation
band,
and practicing and stuff like that, yeah.
all of that gone. The one person who vented out to me on the boat, she was saying, people they fly in from the States just for this, for going watching a picnic, right? People, students in first form, ready to do this thing, and so just get wiped out just like that.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Yeah, and the thing, the no postponement thing is strange because, I mean, they could still do it. It's just that, it won't be the Independence Parade that we're used to. I think also if I'm not mistaken, the City Bash, my mom said the City Bash that they were supposed to have. Remember, you were here.
Yes,
So that got canceled too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and then it didn't rain that day. So it's like, and I can imagine all the preparation that must have gone into that City Bash, all those food vendors who paid their $25.
Setting up of stages.
All getting ready, all the preparations, because it takes a lot of money to prepare.
And they did close off Albert Street. I remember one of the residents here was saying that they did close off Albert Street in order for this, but I guess not. But
Yeah.
hard sun yesterday.
Yeah.
Hard sun.
But it's a hard line to balance because do you send the kids out in the rain or do you cancel and then this happens?
But then you remember last year with the king tides?
Yeah.
When
they
they
had to
still
change the road.
when they
Yeah.
changed the road.
Maybe we could have made the road shorter that if it does rain, they're not out in the rain a long, long time or
Some people are saying, oh, please, rain, sleet, or snow, that parade should have not been cancelled. And then you have the other side saying cancelled from the Saturday, not Sunday, and it was the best things for those kids. Not upset with it.
The thing is, you don't want the kids to walk in rain because they get sick and thing like that. That's a valid concern.
Yeah.
You don't want the kids, you don't want them to walk in the rain, but at the same time, it's like,
Charlotte, will they get a refund? Highly doubt. Highly doubt.
maybe they're planning, maybe they'll postpone the bash at least, like the vendors or whatever
We still have, what, like 8 more days in
in
September?
September. But then Panyal get
7 more
postponed to
days.
October 3rd anyway, so.
Look at that. I never realized that as well.
Yeah.
But Friday it was raining. Hella raining,
yeah,
though.
no, yeah, fair. But then, no, they postponed it to when I can't go. That's the problem.
Oh, you had your ticket, Joe?
I mean, don't buy my ticket, had to send it to my friend and said, just scare somebody else. So.
That's it. But yes, guys, that was cancelled officially, and people, are upset. But we're moving on into our fourth topic, and this one is sort of a bummer here that we have to discuss on it. But unfortunately, we've had 2 deaths to report on the 21st itself, and we first go to the one in Orange Walk. That's the first one that
That was
happened.
a crazy incident because, we have Juve every year, we have Carnival every year. We normally go without incidences such as this. So his name was Axel Tillit Carrillo Jr.
Correct.
And he was, well, I guess it was a double bash for him. It's Independence Day and then it's the day after his birthday,
Yes.
his 23rd birthday, hanging off a truck as people do.
People do.
And one of the floats, I believe, I think hit him. And, he was killed in that accident during Juve. And based on reports of people that were there, Juve had to stop at that point. It was like halfway through, I think. And it had to stop at that
It
point.
was on Liberty Avenue at that point.
Yeah.
So,
It had to stop at that point and everybody, had to go home, like party done, basically.
Yes, basically.
But very unfortunate incident. A very young man killed just, in the midst of celebrations and stuff like that. So, and then there was a second incident too.
in Ladyville.
Yeah.
And this one is with 38 Gabrielle Mai, who the reports are is that a 23-year-old bus driver was with an unlicensed bus at that same time, was driving, I think, down Mirage Road.
Yeah.
Where his report is that both the bicycle and the bus driver, they were going down the same path, but somehow in the mix of all of that, the bicycle rider, Gabriel Mai, was said to swerve into the path of the bus where he connected with the open door of the bus, fell underneath the bus, and was unfortunately run over. And this happened, I think it was 11:30 in the morning, if not mistaken.
I remember, I think it's in the morning.
Or it's later on in the morning. But yes, condolences to the family, to the Mai and the Tillit Carrillo family. Unfortunate losses of life. Again, 23-year-old Axel was just celebrating his birthday the night before, bringing in the, starting off the festivities with Juve.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that incident occurred. And then for Gabriel Mai, who was probably on his way home, we know he's a Ladyville resident. Unfortunately, knocked down as well.
Yeah, having to grieve on a day of when the rest of the country is celebrating. It's no easy thing. I believe it makes the whole grieving process worse. So, yeah, condolences to those families, and we will have more information on those accidents later on in our 6 o'clock newscast.
Right. So moving on into our fifth topic this morning, and this one, well, continues a little saga here, the Andrew Manning saga.
Yeah.
Whereas the government of Belize has issued a statement on fiscal incentive MSME business tax amnesty program. What a mouthful, right? What does this mean? We've seen the amnesty project happening with the immigration and regularizing people and giving them their permanent resident status and things like that. But when it comes to MSMEs now, what are we looking at? We're looking at businesses who are not registered under the tax system as yet from the year 2023 onwards. They're trying to get everybody to register for tax under the tax services. And when you are registered under that tax services, you must apply for what is called an amnesty card. what does this amnesty card do? It gives you a year free of taxes. So they're trying to incentivize registration and to under the tax services with a whole year tax break for these MSMEs. And you must be an MSME to qualify. You must be have operated between the year 2023 to now in order to apply or to register for that amnesty service.
Yeah, unfortunately for Mr. Munnings, I believe his business started in 2023. So this could be a way of being like, our bad, sorry, hola type thing. But, you know, Munnings had said in his interviews that if he has to be the scapegoat for there to be some type of reform or some type of change or some type of break on MSMEs, then if that has to be the way, then that's the way. And he hopes that of all the tribulations that he went through, that something comes out of it.
Right.
So if this is the thing that comes out of it, well, I don't want to say it's for nothing, but it's something, you know, something.
It's something. It's some change. I applaud the government for that, but I'm starting to think about it. Registration of the MSMEs. You're under the tax services. You still have to operate from somewhere. Then you have your trade license. Then you have your startups. Then you have your BCCR registrations if you're not there as yet. All of these things. Okay, so tax might give me a lead break, yes, but what happened to the other ones where it also hurts an MSME going into the whole business, right?
Yeah, it's difficult to definitely difficult to start up one of these businesses and to keep it running, to keep it afloat. But maybe this is the start, and maybe something else happens, something else. I don't know.
We shall see.
We will see.
Oh, here we go. All applications must be submitted on or before October 29, 2025.
Yeah, so.
And these are the activities that are not eligible under this, right? So you want to go on your Government of Belize Press Office Facebook page to go read through this. See if you qualify as well, because you can be enjoying a year free tax break.
Right, and big up Andrew.
Right. But yes, Claudia, Andrew took a L for other businesses, but it created some change.
Right, and we'll see what happens with his court case. We'll see the outcome of that. Remember, he is suing the government, and he has Courtney Koye LLP behind him. So that's a very interesting case to keep an eye on, and it will set a precedent if he wins. So, or regardless, I think it'll set a precedent regardless, but so we'll have to keep an eye on that one.
All right. So moving on into our final topic this year, and we're ending off on a bit of a celebration, and we're still debating in this office. But your very own Indra Craig celebrates 30 years of being a news anchor, longest lasting in Belize. And I said, I put up something, yes, sir. I put up something. I want to see this.
Do we have a little tribute video?
I think
I
think we probably do. But yes, congratulations, Indra, for such a monumental job. Here we are.
Look at her.
I don't know if we hear audio. Is there audio? Okay, no, we have to talk. Okay,
okay, there's no audio. Okay, well, you know, that's how you age when you...
Wait, look at Jules. That's how you said that.
She ages in the best way possible. That's how you age, when you mind your business, when your heart is full of, like, you know, gratitude and just you radiate this type of light. When I remember coming here for the first time, excited to meet Indra. Excited to meet her because, you know, I've always seen her. I mean, she sat on that couch 2 months before I was born. So I was born, she sat September, I was born November, same year. So I literally have been watching her from I was born, basically.
Wow.
So I grew up with her, and it was exciting to come here and meet her. And she's genuinely just, you know, maybe if you're on TV, you get a little bit big-headed. She's not like that at all. She's so down to earth. She's so humble. She's so funny. She's so kind. And, you know, she's exactly what, you know,
we have all grown up listening to Indra Craig on our TV, really. All grown up with that. People remember seeing her from, I think she posted, she was a little over 10 or something like that. When she was when she begun here at Channel 7, and from since then we've seen transformations, transformations happening, from the afro to the straight hair to the this to the curls to the braids.
She cut off her hair and then went natural. Yes, I remember that very, very clearly. Yeah,
Man.
but she's an icon in Belize.
Sensational.
Yeah, no, and she's synonymous with Channel 7.
Yes.
That she's totally synonymous. Yeah, and it can be easy to come in and like do that every single night. So, you know, congrats to her, big up to her. We
Huge
can't wait to see her
congratulations.
again.
Oh man, sometimes it's funny that you know to watch they read the news.
Yeah.
I always eat when I do the Bram, and you come in your son Bram come off right after that.
Yeah.
Whew, the jokes I get sometimes from the watch, but yes, even sometimes when I see they go through things up on TV and the message are like, yo, what they go on here? So, but yes, congratulations, Indra. You have made us proud here, and you have made our nation proud as well, because I mean, nobody can do it like you, girl.
It's crazy because people they want to see Indra. They, like, if Indra not read, they're not watching news. Like,
even when, like, no offense or no bad feelings towards Joe or Miriam, but people in the comments like, where is our queen, Indra?
Yeah, no, she can't go on vacation. She's missed when she goes on vacation. So she's being missed right now, actually.
Right. So congratulations again, Indra, on such an astounding celebration here. But with that, guys, we come to the end of our couch talk this morning, and we do have a beautiful sunrise for you. And this one, I think, is coming from, let's see. There's still a view in there. This is some really old pictures either. So.
Yeah.
But all right. Yes, guys, while we wait on that. Yes, here we are. This one, I believe.
From Jamie Usher.
Yes, Jamie Usher, who just got a meritorious award the other day, too.
Okay.
So congratulations to her.
She did the most sunrises, I think.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. I feel like a lot of times I'm here and it's her sending in the sunrise. So please don't stop. Thank you so much.
This one is not of the sea.
Yeah.
Not of the sea. That's not the sea.
But it's beautiful.
Anyways, something wrong with Eddie, no? Vedela Vegas. Anyways, guys, yes. So we go to our first commercial break, and when we are back, we're diving into really amazing interviews. We have Miss Black Globe, Miss Antina Campbell coming in talking about her title as Miss Black Globe, as well as the Nature Conservancy talking about our livestock industry, and the Belize National Orchestra, which I'm looking forward to. I heard it was a show.
Yeah.
So we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Hi, have you heard about the expungement of criminal records? Well, as of August 1st, 2024, the Criminal Records Rehabilitation of Offenders Act allows for you to apply to have certain criminal charges permanently erased from your record. Isn't that amazing? So, what makes you eligible to apply for expungement? The offense must qualify for expungement based on Schedule 2 and 3 of the law. You must meet the applicable rehabilitation period. This is the time period you must wait before you can apply. The applicant must not have any outstanding matters or have had any other convictions during the rehabilitation period. You can qualify for automatic expungement for certain first-time drug offenses, as well as COVID-related offenses. So, what are the benefits of expungement? Well, it broadens employment and educational opportunities that a criminal record would normally hinder. It gives you a peace of mind, away from the stigma of having a criminal conviction, and provides you with access to services that may be otherwise restricted. If you have a past criminal conviction, here's what you can do to get it expunged. First, verify if you qualify for expungement. Then, prepare the application package. Each package consists of 2 forms. Applications are available countrywide. You then make a non-refundable payment of $100 at your nearest Treasury Department and finally submit the package and payment receipt to any Ministry of Human Development office countrywide. Note, applicants will receive a notification within 90 days to see if their application was approved or denied. So, if you are interested, visit any Human Development office countrywide, any magistrate court, or the Ministry of Home Affairs office in Belmopan. For more information, you can call 227-2716 or you can WhatsApp 613-0343.
These charter means aren't
We're navigating along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Sheree Kelsel, and here's what's ahead for you on 7 News tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm Indra.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Wake up to positivity and inspiration. It's a fresh and diverse twist on your mornings. Tune in to Sunup on 7 every weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. right here on your Nation Station, Channel 7. It's the morning show you don't want to miss.
Good morning, my beautiful people, and welcome back to Sunup on 7. So just before the break, Quartz and I went through a number of couch talk topics for you. But we're jumping into our first conversation this morning, and we're joined with the beautiful Miss Black Globe Belize, Miss Antina Campbell.
Hello, good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here with us, Miss Antina. But how are you doing this morning? What's your energy level like? Because we just went through a whole weekend of celebrations. We've heard about.
Yeah.
So how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing wonderful. I mean, we leave today. We've been here
Aw,
for a week. So
okay.
it's kind of like, when are we coming back? When are we coming back?
Yeah.
So we love Belize. Just the weather, even though it's rain, we still love it. From California, we don't get the rain, so we love the rain. And just the people.
I love it. I love it.
And the food. So.
Of course.
The food.
Yeah, it's feeling great.
So I want to ask, since you were here for a week so far, how did you how did you spend your Independence Day weekend?
Ooh, okay. You want a whole list of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Well, we got here Wednesday. We relaxed. The next day, we did some scouting of hotels and venues because I'm looking to bring an event back here next year. So excited about that. But also, was it Thursday, Friday? We went to Marla's House of Hope.
Okay. Yes.
Dinner
Okay.
pot.
Delma
Pan, and spent some time with the ladies there, brought them nice little gift bags. But this is my second time visiting over there, and I just said, you know what, these young girls are just, they pull at my heart, right? So that was wonderful. And then we did the Cass concert.
Ooh,
He didn't go on till about 1:30, but just the energy in the room when like Soca Mom, Queen of Soca Mom, Ernestine came out, and then there was another artist. I don't know, all the local artists. The crowd went crazy, and of course when Cass came out, it went crazy.
Love it.
And then we were supposed to do the Independent Parade, but because of the rain, that was canceled. So we did the Carnival Parade in Orange Walk. And I was told, oh, it's a long walk or whatever. So I'm thinking maybe 30, 40 minutes. It was 3 hours, 3.5 hours. So the next day we went to the spa and got the feet done.
And that's pretty short, 3.5 hours. It's pretty short.
Really?
Yeah.
We start off, well, the carnival starts about 3 o'clock. And I think last year it was like 7 or 7:30 that we were finished.
Yeah.
It started at 3:30 and I think it was about 7:30, 8 o'clock. But that's when the carnival, the parade was done. The festivities was still going on.
That flows right into
the next day.
Like 3 or 4 days of just partying in Orange
Yes, when we got back to the hotel yesterday, we were talking to one of the receptionists, right? And she said, oh, we saw you. We're like, oh, you saw us? She's like, yeah. We were like, you were there? She said, yeah, I left work and went straight there.
Yeah.
I had 30 minutes of sleep and I had to be back at work. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, no, that's the average Belizean September experience.
That was my experience.
The energy was just, I love it. I mean, the celebration, the culture, the music, we couldn't understand everything, but we know it was filled with a lot of love, a lot of celebration.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We do love our country like that. But while we're there now, Miss Black Glow Belize, let's explain what Miss Black Globe Belize is about.
Well, Miss Black Globe Belize is part of the Black Globe International pageant, and it's a Black excellent pageant and global international, and we represent various countries, as well as the United States as women, and just empowering women. And we train on education, physical and mental health, financing, and helping young women just be excellent. Yes, and so I am an ambassador from Black Belize, and I love Belize. This is my second time being here, and just pouring into this country. So I'm an ambassador in the United States for the country of Belize.
Love it.
So, yeah.
How did you get into the pageant?
Yeah.
Well, I have been doing pageants at a younger age, actually in it, right? And walked away years and years and years, and then I've been reintroduced, but I was started back as a director, so directing pageants for Black girls. And this year I stepped away from that, and now I'm in the forefront being a queen again, and it's a great help for me to understand the girls, So now I'm on the other side, the shoes is on the other side, so I can experience what they experience. So this year I'm taking that step and just being a queen and representing, putting the crown on, going out in the community, serving, and pushing my platform of mental health awareness and things of that caliber. So it's a journey and I love it.
Love that.
So you were competing against other women for the title of Belize, or how is it?
Yes. So I'm an ambassador for Belize, and then in December we have a whole international pageant.
Okay.
So there's Belize, there's Ghana, there's North America, and so then we all come together in December for the international title, which you would be representing the entire country, doing various things throughout the country as ambassadors for the world.
All right.
And where is that international pageant held?
That is held in Arizona.
Okay.
In Arizona, in the States, yeah.
Okay, good.
December 2nd, yeah.
Okay. So you said your platform was mental health.
Yes.
Let's talk about how you've been able to advocate on that platform, and especially maybe something you have to tell for the young women here in Belize.
Yes. So first of all, I
I have a love and a passion for young women, especially women of color. I come from a family of multiculturals, and mental health is something that's in our family. You know, like a lot of people, and so I speak on it. I have a book that's coming out called "Hey Sis, I Got You," and that is my my love story, like my love letter to young girls and women who have gone through depression, gone through suicidal thoughts, gone through, being molested or raped, any of those things, incarceration, things like that, and they've overcome it, and so this book, Hey Sis, I Got You, first of all, tells the young lady, look at yourself in the mirror and say, hey sis, I got you. Have yourself first, and then after it's like 22 chapters, very short memoirs, short stories of various trauma that I've been through, that I've overcome. And I use positive affirmations. I use scriptures because I'm very spiritual. I use music because music is universal. It's a healing, right? And I use those pieces in my book to help motivate the reader, and then they have a part of the book they can journal and kind of tell their own experience, and then at the end of the book, at the end of each chapter, there's a love letter to the reader as well as a prayer. So just really advocating and talking about mental health, how I got through it. I'm 56 and fabulous, believe it or not.
There we go.
and 2 beautiful children and 2 beautiful grandchildren, and just looking at them and saying I have to keep moving and keep being the example that I want to see for them and for the other young girls.
Definitely. So you speak about this book. When is this book going to be released?
November
How can we
4th.
get it?
The book comes out November 4th of this year.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to go online. You can go to heysisIgotYou.com to purchase it. Or go to the website and put in your email address, and we'll send you newsletters. And God willing, it'll be at Barnes & Nobles. It'll be at about 40,000 retail stores across the country. So, yes.
Ooh, okay.
So apart from your book, what are some of your other initiatives that you've been doing?
Apart from my book, I do a lot of community service things. I am a member of the National Coalition of 100 Black Women in Los Angeles. So we advocate for voting rights. We advocate for women for health and education. I am a sorority, Delta Sigma Theta sorority. So I do a lot in the community. And then I raise my 2 children, my 2 grown children and my grandbabies. And even as Miss Black Globe Belize, there are things in Los Angeles. The Belize has a huge community in Los Angeles. So working and trying to figure out what things we can do to help support the community in the Belize community right there in my own backyard.
Okay. And so do you have anything lined up, anything planning, besides the launch of your book, anything planned for the near future?
I do. So I have a nonprofit. I have a lot, like to the book, and then I have a nonprofit called the SWAY Foundation. And SWAY stands for Serve with Abundant Excellence. So with that foundation, we just got back from Ghana. Sent a team member over to Ghana, and we partnered with another organization there, nonprofit, who's building an art center over there. And within that art center, we will have a component that is for my Strong Roots, Strong Minds program under my nonprofit, which covers mental health and inspiring young Black women. So a lot of moving parts going on, and hope to bring that program out here in Belize with the help of, I've been partnering with Jave International, which is a nonprofit here. Kara Blanks, shout out to Miss Kara, who lives in the States, but she's from here. And so she's been a strong advocate of just helping me build relationships here in Belize, because I love Belize.
Awesome.
Right.
When was the first time you came here?
We were here in 2023.
Okay.
We went to 4 cities at Belmopan, because we brought like 1,500 pairs of shoes over here. We gave shoes to the school. So we're in Belmopan. We were in, I can't think of the school, but I know it was 4 different underserved communities that we drove out to. And then, of course, we experienced this, the other things, the tourism thing. We were tourism for a couple of days, and Cape Cocker, and we haven't been to San Pedro yet.
Okay.
We plan to go there, but went to the ruins, Mayan ruins. Oh, love those. And the zoo.
Okay.
But 2023, and I was hooked. I was hooked.
Yeah, Belize has that effect on people.
And with me, my daughter and I was talking about, maybe we need to get a studio apartment out here.
I think so too.
And she's already like, I need to come out here for 3 months and just work, you know. So Kira is like, okay, you sure? Because, hey, we can find some work for you for 3 months. So we're looking at the possibility of getting just a little apartment or something out here so we can come a little bit more. And we'll be back in January. So
Okay, great.
All right, so I want to ask, you've been here 3 times already, 4 times already?
2 times so
Two times
far,
already.
yes.
3rd time this time. What is your favorite Belizean food?
Just one?
Just one.
Yeah.
Just one.
Just one?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Thinking,
Well, I had lobster the other day
Okay.
at Smokies. Is
Yes.
it Smokies?
Ah,
Okay, all right.
Smokies. Big up Smokies.
Oh my God. I was so on the way here, we've been trying to figure out how I'm gonna get some lobster and take it back to the state. But I know that's not Belizean, but the panadas.
Okay.
Love the panadas. I think we've had, which I don't know if it's Belizean, but we've had it almost every day. Ceviche.
Ceviche?
Ceviche.
Yeah.
We have our own version of ceviche, I
yeah.
realize.
I think it's different anywhere you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I've had it every day.
Okay.
Almost since I've been here.
Yeah. Lobster,
Hot,
shrimp, ceviche.
cold, I've had it. But the panadas we love, and it's a lot. The curry. The other day we had a curry, coconut curry soup.
Yeah.
At the hotel we're staying at, right? And Kira was like, you got to go to some of the smaller restaurants. Don't eat the food at the hotel. I'm like, the food at the hotel is good, and it's
Yeah.
Belizean.
No,
so
I have to agree with Kira.
Yeah. The street food is always top tier. Like
Yeah.
you'll
Yeah.
get better, at the street food as opposed to like in those big fancy restaurants. They're still good, but nothing beats your street food.
Well,
Definitely.
all of it's been good.
We're coming back in January, so I mean,
Yeah.
you have all the
Yeah,
time
you'll have to give me a list of this, the street food places.
fried jocks, fried beans, just all
Have you
of
had
those
fried
things.
jocks?
Is that yes?
Like a dough?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. We've had that, and I put my little eggs in there.
Yes, stuffed jocks.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah,
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
So you're leaving today.
Yes.
You go back to do more work in the United States.
Yes.
How are you preparing, or how do you plan to prepare for?
You just stay focused on your why and your purpose. The competition is always stiff. Remarkable women, these are professional women, doctors, lawyers, writers, authors, and you just stay focused on your why, which was your purpose. You have the general, like, practice your walk, your smile and all that, but it's so much more than that. This crown is so much more than that, it's empowering, being your authentic self, so preparing for me is just being me. You know what I'm saying?
that, yeah.
And continuing to do the work because, in pageantry, there's always a little myth. There's always about beauty, but it's really changing. What most pageant systems are really trying to do is focus on the platform, the serving the
Right.
community, because that's what we really is. So when I take the sash and crown off, my heart is still about serving and giving back and supporting. So, I tell the girls, the crown is the dessert. The journey, the experience, that year that you reign, and thereafter of serving and giving back and making a difference is the win.
Yeah.
And the little girls that look at you and like, I tell my girls, you're the president of the United States or the prime minister of your country. What does that look like to you?
Yeah.
I'm laughing here because people are giving you tips as to how you could take back the lobster. I'm just saying.
So you can check the comment section afterwards.
Well, I was told that, I got to pay a $5 tax fee or whatever.
The permit,
I was just like, okay. And I told the driver, I said, we don't have to worry about it. I'll get it when I come back. But it won't be in season. But I'm doing my history and reading up. In July is also, right?
That's
and
the
you have the
opening.
whole
That's when it
lobster
opens.
festival.
Ah,
the
yes.
opening, yeah.
You should come for the lobster festival.
So I'll be back in July too.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
But Miss Andina, as we're coming to the close of this segment, I want you to now, as our producer explained, this is the soul of the people. If you could talk to the young girls out
Yeah.
there and give them something inspirational, what would you be saying?
First, I would say I love you. The biggest thing is that, the word says, in everything we do in love. So I would say I love you. And to continue to be your authentic self and to know that there's anything you desire, your heart desire, you can do. It's achievable. just believe in yourself and stay true to who you are, and most importantly, continue to keep God first.
I love that.
Awesome.
Santina, thank you so much for joining us here on the couch. Miss Black Globe Belize, everybody, graced us with her presence on our couch, and all the best in the competition coming up.
Thank you.
There we go. But we're jumping now into another commercial break, and when we are back, we're going to be joined with the Nature Conservancy. It's talking about the livestock industry here in Belize and how we can promote it even more. So stay tuned for that. We will be right back.
In the heart of Belize, a battle is being waged, not with weapons, but with choices. When waste is disposed of in unauthorized locations, in our forests, drains, and waterways, along our highways, and in vacant lots, this is illegal dumping. The consequences reach far beyond what we see. Toxic chemicals seep into our groundwater, threatening our drinking water. Disease-carrying mosquitoes breed in abandoned tires, and wildlife mistake our waste for food. For over a decade, the Department of Environment has worked tirelessly to clean up these sites. But they can't do it alone. They need your help, and now taking action is easier than ever. Download the ArcGIS Survey 123 app to your phone. You can report illegal dump sites. The app records the location, allows you to add photos. Simply open the app, allow location access, fill in basic details about the site, add a photo, and submit. Your report helps us protect our communities and natural resources. Every report matters. Every action counts. Stand proud in protecting our nation. Our Belize, our responsibility. Bini.
Book your vacation with us today.
Nando's Wholesale is the distributor for the full line of Badia spices, including the original complete seasoning, the perfect combination of ingredients and spices prepared to enhance the natural flavor of your favorite foods. Also, cinnamon powder for all your desserts, fruits, and beverages, and as special dishes. All these are available in commercial sizes or restaurant packaging. Nando's products are available at your local retailer or contact us at 222-5000. From Corzal to Toledo, Nando's is proud to be serving Belize as its #1 wholesale distributor for over 35 years. Wake up to positivity and inspiration. It's a fresh and diverse twist on your mornings. Tune in to Sunup on 7 every weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. right here on your nation station, Channel 7. It's the morning show you don't want to miss.
These charter mints aren't from
We're
an
navigating along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Cherie Kelsel, and here's what's ahead for you on 7 News tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm Indra.
Belize, You're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Hi, have you heard about the expungement of criminal records? Well, as of August 1st, 2024, the Criminal Records Rehabilitation of Offenders Act allows for you to apply to have certain criminal charges permanently erased from your record. Isn't that amazing?
So, what makes you eligible to apply for expungement? The offense must qualify for expungement based on Schedule 2 and 3 of the law. You must meet the applicable rehabilitation period. This is the time period you must wait before you can apply. The applicant must not have any outstanding matters or have had any other convictions during the rehabilitation period. You can qualify for automatic expungement for certain first-time drug offenses, as well as COVID-related offenses. So, what are the benefits of expungement? Well, it broadens employment and educational opportunities that a criminal record would normally hinder.
It gives you a peace of mind away from the stigma of having a criminal conviction and provides you with access to services that may be otherwise restricted.
If you have a past criminal conviction, here's what you can do to get it expunged. First, verify if you qualify for expungement. Then, prepare the application package. Each package consists of 2 forms. Applications are available countrywide. You then make a non-refundable payment of $100 at your nearest Treasury Department and finally submit the package and payment receipt to any Ministry of Human Development office countrywide. Note, applicants will receive a notification within 90 days to see if their application was approved or denied. So, if you are interested, visit any Human Development office countrywide, any magistrate court, or the Ministry of Home Affairs office in Belmopan. For more information, you can call 227-2716 or you can WhatsApp 613-0343.
Good morning, my beautiful people, and welcome back to Sunup on 7. So just before the break, we had Miss Black Globe Belize in Miss Antina Campbell talking about how she got into this whole competition as well as what her plans are. Again, I put that website in the chat for those of you who want to stay tuned to the launch of her book as well as purchase it. But we're jumping into another conversation here this morning, and we're going to be talking about a tri-national workshop happening between Belize, Guatemala, and Mexico discussing the sustainable livestock. So with us on the couch this morning, we have Mr. Bellarmino Esquivel, who's the Principal Agriculture Coordinator from the Ministry of Agriculture, Food Security and Enterprise, as well as Mr. William Usher, who is the CEO from the Belize Livestock Producers Association. So good morning to both of you. How are we doing this morning?
Good morning.
Good morning.
We're good? The rain never stop, no? Rain no stop, no reggae jam.
No, not
So a very, very important workshop is coming up now. Let's start talking about how this all came about. I'm not sure.
First and foremost, we thank you guys giving us this opportunity to reach out to the larger public in terms of what's happening. And indeed, it is a tri-national roundtable discussion that is going to be institutionalized here in Belize, and it is Belize taking the lead in that regard. And when I say the tri-national roundtable discussion in terms of sustainable livestock production, promoting and advocating for regenerative agriculture, and more so sustainable cattle production, it is mostly the Mexico, Guatemala, and Belize, but Belize taking lead in this regard. So basically, it is a platform of dialogue where coordination, communication happens in terms of transforming the traditional way of cattle farming into more regenerative agriculture and more sustainable farming practices, meaning that we do take care of the environment and we do take care of the social aspect and economic aspect of the cattle production sector.
Okay. So these meetings, when do they start, and who are we looking at in terms of the persons coming in from Mexico and Guatemala?
Well, primarily it is under the Selva Maya program project, meaning that three countries are very much engaged in conserving natural resources, the ecosystem, biodiversity, and whatnot. So we have entities of the Selva Maya program from Mexico, from Guatemala, and Belize. Obviously, the ministry and associations and other NGOs and other partners in development are also forming part of this engagement of this major activity.
And just to clear up any type of interpretation people might have out there, because you're talking about the tri-national workshop between them. This has anything to do with the recent tri-national agreement between Mexico, Guatemala, and Belize that the Prime Minister went? Or does it not?
No. It doesn't really have anything to do with that.
Okay.
This is more from the standpoint of regenerative agriculture, or say regenerative livestock production, which basically within the whole gamut of the Selva Maya area, as you know, that's forested area,
right?
And it's been threatened really by the agriculture sector in itself, livestock being one of the major ones. Now, important to understand as well, you know, the world have this thing about livestock being bad for the environment. Nonetheless, it's important for us as the association to let Belize and the region understand it's the type of livestock production, not necessarily all over,
livestock,
right? Because what we do in Belize is grass-fed livestock production, and it's not the intensified production that you see in the U.S. where animals are in confinement, right? And that really is the type of livestock production that is causing problem within the environment. So what we are promoting and pushing is for a complete look in terms of our strategy, trying to get another type of meat, for example, another type of livestock into a specific segment of green livestock, not grain fed, but pasture fed, grass fed market, which is the more sustainable type market, where you'll have to be doing things that basically Belize as an industry have been doing over decades as far as we are concerned. So that's basically the big difference between the two area, and why the Belize Livestock Producer Association is in conformation with this workshop.
All right, so you took a question that I had completely out of my mouth. You answered it already. I was going to ask, why has Belize become the leader in this? But like you said, we've been doing this sustainable livestock production from so long ago, right?
Exactly.
All right, so now coming with Guatemala and Mexico, yes, we're neighbors. What should be the intake, or not the intake, but what are they coming with to I guess best practices or something?
Well, basically, what is important to understand, this is not, yes, Belize is leading, but it's not an issue where we are say, I don't want to use the word demanding, but it's an issue where all three association country, say South Mexico, that would be what the Petén region of Guatemala and the whole of Belize are coming together. The associations are coming together because we basically are producing the same way.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. All right. There we go.
And so the idea is to come as a group and to be recognized. We are trying to look at recognize as a group the Selva Maya region as being producing cattle from a sustainable standpoint.
Okay.
Right. And when you look at Mexico and Guatemala, what areas would you say that maybe they can improve on based on what our own practices?
I think everybody are around the same area. The improvement, or say what we are all trying to do is to look at a different market to where we can place ourselves in conformity with the sustainability aspect of the livestock product.
So it's interesting to ask this question, right? Because I've heard that what is considered livestock? Because I've heard that there are different meats that also
like the ostrich are livestock.
Yes.
Well, many people tend to refer livestock as cattle production, but not necessarily. It covers quite a lot of other subsectors. Like in the Ministry of Agriculture, we do have beef cattle, the dairy, poultry, pigs, and we also have the ostrich, as I said. We have tilapia within, because it's an inland, and we also have beekeeping and aquaculture. So those are considered within the gamma of livestock. So it's when you say livestock, when you say beef cattle, then you're more specific. When you say dairy, you're being specific to the sector. But speaking right into what we aim to achieve is that total shift of that change of mindset in terms of doing things differently. Meaning that we want to do cattle production in a more regenerative perspective, more productive, competitive, and obviously environmentally sustainable. At the very end, there's people tend to refer to livestock as land clearing, deforestation, and whatnot. But with proper management of your better genetics, higher productive animals, better pasture management, and feeding, breeding management, and sanitation within the aspect of the whole value chain, I think we can do better. We don't necessarily have to go and cut more forest, but rather do better proper management, innovative practices that can certainly increase cattle herd to a next 30-40% instead of going and cutting more forest. So we're aiming to have that and have that product being differentiated and being able to access market, financing, and market. So the Selva Maya project, the tri-national table, brings in pilot projects that will be established in strategic locations for us to be able to learn, to share experiences, better approaches, and for them to be able to adopt better practices. But then the question lies, why should I adopt these practices? Do I have any benefit? The idea is to link whatever good practices or regenerative practices in an environmental sustainable way we are doing to link that with a market. So we need to differentiate our product based on our production system and linking them to a market. Mexico has a market. Actually, in the tri-national roundtable discussion, what we are going to do primarily is also to see how we start to build on traceability, to enhance what we're already doing under the Belize Livestock Producers Association. We have a sound and a very robust traceability system. Hence the reason we've been able to penetrate and retain the Mexican market. So we will continue to galvanize these experiences, because Mexico has very good experiences, Guatemala has very good experiences in certain practices, and we do have our very own. So the idea is to share experiences, to collaborate with the government agencies, academia, and the environment ministries to come together and foster more of these sustainable practices. Belize is fortunate to be 57-60% forest cover. We don't want to lose what really contributes to our base, which is our natural resources, the water, our soil. So it's something that we can continue to do with proper collaboration, coordination with the three entities. So setting the goal and accessing financing for our farmers to be able to adapt those practices and be able to link them to the market, I think we will be able to move to transcend to another level.
I didn't want to ask then, with the workshop happening, who is it open to? Is it just government officials and associations, or how will that trickle down to the farmers?
Okay. It's not open to everyone at this stage because we are just forming, and basically we are at that level where we are constituting the whole organization.
Okay.
And so those who are currently invited, academia, the associations, the NGO communities that is working in relation to the whole Selva Maya issue, and the ministries, of course, including some of the Development Finance Corporation and International Finance Corporation. Those are important, of course.
Right, definitely.
Where the money is. Now you're asking how, and of course, BLP, where the farmers are as well. Important to understand as well with all this is, yes, there is the environmental component. Yes, we are looking at the whole sustainability issue, but equally important is to understand that sustainability also comes with the issue of profitability by the farmers. The farmers will never get into something like this if they are not perceiving that there could be increase in profitability on what they are doing. Unfortunately for the livestock sector, or say production in terms of livestock, all these management programs or the management within the whole livestock issue, these components of silvopastoral systems, voice and pasture management, all of these are part and parcel of sustainable management within livestock. And the reality is they are actually affording for efficiency within the productive scape of livestock production. While at the same time affording for sustainability within the sector. So this is where the livestock community, the farming community is looking at this thing and say, listen, we can continue doing what we are doing from a sustainable standpoint, conserving the environment, while at the same time allowing for profitability. And that is basically what you're seeing in the industry today, where, yes, we are able to export, we are exporting the way we are exporting, but we are also seeing over the last 4 years these changes that we are talking about in improving the efficiency on the field itself.
Great. And in terms of the Silva Maya project, is there any plans to expand it anywhere else in the region, to include any other countries?
Well, at this point in time, the program clearly highlights the major conservation areas that link the three countries. So, we're fortunate to share these pristine forests in the Selva Maya region, and what we are looking at is to see how best we can continue to conserve, and remember that with cattle expansion, there is more pressure to our forests. So what we are aiming at is, like I have said, is to become more productive within the same land space area. So we don't necessarily have to go in the short and medium term to go and cut more forests, but rather optimize what you already have with proper voice and pasture management. And basically how farmers, and while Belize is taking the lead is because we're having a national coverage. We're advocating and proposing, promoting sustainable livestock in the entire country of Belize. Where, the total herd right now in Belize is over 200,000 cattle head.
Wow.
We have about 6,000 farmers. And remember that with climate hazards, such as prolonged droughts and floodings, we do have to prepare our farmers. And how do we do that? We will be able to capacitate them. We will be able to train them in this in this area, obviously to build and enhance their capabilities so that they become knowledgeable. So the idea of having 3 countries is that, like I have said before, is that we will be able to share experiences and be able to access market, be able to further enhance traceability, and obviously taking care of our environment. 57-60% of our forest cover continues to be there. We continue to lead in the region. I think we have been at the forefront. So today, basically what's going to happening is the opening and kind of institutionalizing at the executive level, having the ministries involved, signing and agreeing and their commitment to move this agenda.
There we go. And you answered again a question that I had about how will the farmers be capacitated, as you said, no? And that goes with training. But this is now, like you said, Mr. Usher, the forming of this whole tri-national bond between them, right? As we're coming to the close of this segment here, unless you have any further questions, what do you want to get from this whole experience? And I will ask you, Mr. Usher.
Okay. Important to understand. Next to the Amazon, in terms of tropical forest biodiversity, is the Selva Maya Forest Reserve.
Okay.
Which, right? So that's the second largest biodiversity area that is intact between Guatemala, Belize, and Mexico. And so that biodiversity, it's important for us to maintain that. It serves a very, very important role within the whole green economy within the region. And so we want to do that. But we also want to, as a country, or say as countries, these 3 countries, one of the major economic pillar of these countries is livestock.
Right.
Right? And so this is where we believe we will be able to prove that there can be synergy between the agricultural productive area and the whole issue of conservation, or say sustainability in terms of the use of natural resources that exist. And so we do have a lot on the table in relation to that, and we believe with this, with what we will start doing, well, this is the 3rd session that we are having.
Okay.
Because we have one in Guatemala before and one in Mexico. Now we are here in Belize. But we believe in the long run that we will be able to show the world that livestock isn't really isn't the evil detriment to the environment if it's done properly. Because in the end, we know for a fact, because we have had different modules around in Costa Rica, in Colombia, everybody is looking at these changes and they are functioning. We, as 3 nations, as one coming together, that's where the difference is in relation to conserving an area that is very well known for its biodiversity, that which need to be conserved, while making every effort to taking advantage of it economically for the countries that are a part of it.
I'd just like to add on to what Engineer Usher just mentioned. I think one of the major takeouts from this initiative of setting out 3 strategic model farms or pilot projects to showcase how you get it done and facilitating trainings. It's also allowing the producer to get engaged and being able to influence change or being able to influence policy. Because at some point in time, we don't want that to be just a top-down approach, but rather a bottoms-up, top-down approach, but more having the main stakeholders who are the producers, the cattle farmers, being able to learn and being able to shape the way forward, the agenda. We at the ministry, we at the Belize Livestock Producers Association work in synergies, but you cannot just develop a livestock development agenda at the very top and try to sink it into the farmers. No, it has to take that bottoms-up approach, meaning that the farmers will be able to influence the necessary changes. So they are the major stakeholders in this regard. Obviously, we have ministry, we have NGOs, we have academia, we have the research element, the other ministries, line ministries working, and NGOs and working together. But I think that is key. And the other element is the financiers, because no bank will come and fund a proposal that is not linked to the market, that is not bringing in additional monies or improving livelihoods, or more so profitable, as it was mentioned. So for them to be able to get a payback. And so this is the big agenda that we're moving within the three countries, and obviously trying to have Belize as the lead country because it's having national coverage.
Awesome.
If you don't mind, I just want to read this one statement to finish this off.
Sure.
And it's important for us, for our farmers as well, and for those in the environmental community. As TNC rightly put together, this whole issue is a producer-centered transformation, no? You say at the heart of the round table is a commitment to empowering livestock producers. They are participants who are central to the decision-making process. Working groups led by experienced members will focus on key topics such as market access, financing, biodiversity, policy reform. This bottom-up approach ensures that the transformation is inclusive, practical, and driven by those who live and work in the landscape.
Definitely.
So that in itself is basically saying what this whole thing is all about. And in the end, hopefully we are all on board, and within the next 10 years,
leading
2037, we will be safe to say that our livestock industry is sustainable, and the meat that you're eating in Belize and the meat that we are exporting from Belize is of quality, and our producers themselves will be benefiting fully.
All right. I love that way to wrap it up, right? But gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here on the couch this morning. Definitely a very informative segment here as to the way forward. Like you said, Mr. Ashad, come 10 years from now, let's be the leaders of all of this. And when we sink with teeth into a nice plate of food, we know that it has been sustainable and of high quality for our people and the exports. But with that, guys, we go to our next commercial break, and when we are back, we're going to be talking about the Belize National Orchestra and how that come about, what we should be proud of. So with that, we go to our next commercial break. Stay tuned.
Nando's Wholesale is the distributor for the full line of Badia spices, including the original complete seasoning, the perfect combination of ingredients and spices prepared to enhance the natural flavor of your favorite foods. Also, cinnamon powder for all your desserts, fruits, and beverages, and as special dishes. All these are available in commercial sizes or restaurant packaging. Nando's products are available at your local retailer or contact us at 222-5000. From Corozal to Toledo, Nando's is proud to be serving Belize as its #1 wholesale distributor for over 35 years.
Book your vacation with us today.
These charter means aren't
We're navigating along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Cherie Culsel, and here's what's ahead for you on 7 News Tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm Indra.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
In the heart of Belize, a battle is being waged, not with weapons, but with choices. When waste is disposed of in unauthorized locations, in our forests, drains, and waterways, along our highways, and in vacant lots, this is illegal dumping. The consequences reach far beyond what we see. Toxic chemicals seep into our groundwater, threatening our drinking water. Disease-carrying mosquitoes breed in abandoned tires, and wildlife mistake our waste for food. For over a decade, the Department of Environment has worked tirelessly to clean up these sites. But they can't do it alone. They need your help. And now, taking action is easier than ever. Download the ArcGIS Survey 123 app to your phone. You can report illegal dump sites. The app records the location, allows you to add photos. Simply open the app, allow location access, fill in basic details about the site, add a photo, and submit. Your report helps us protect our communities and natural resources. Every report matters. Every action counts. Stand proud in protecting our nation. Our Belize, our responsibility. BINIC.
Book your vacation with us today.
Nando's Wholesale is the distributor for the full line of Badia spices, including the original complete seasoning, the perfect combination of ingredients and spices prepared to enhance the natural flavor of your favorite foods. Also, cinnamon powder for all your desserts, fruits, and beverages, and as special dishes. All these are available in commercial sizes or restaurant packaging. Nando's products are available at your local retailer or contact us at 222-5000. From Corozal to Toledo, Nando's is proud to be serving Belize as its #1 wholesale distributor for over 35 years. Wake up to positivity and inspiration. It's a fresh and diverse twist on your mornings. Tune in to Sunup on 7 every weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. right here on your nation station, Channel 7. It's the morning show you don't want to miss.
These charter remains aren't
We're navigating along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Cherie Culsel, and here's what's ahead for you on 7 News tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm Indra.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Good morning, my beautiful people, and welcome back to Sunup on 7. So just before the break, we had representatives in from the Ministry of Agricultural, Food Security and Enterprise, as well as the Belize Livestock Producers Association, talking about a tri-national agreement that can forward the way for sustainable livestock production. So we want to be a part of this, and we will stay tuned to whatever outcome there is from this. But something that we should be proud of, my people, Belize has its national orchestra, and the launch that occurred last week, Thursday, made all of us proud. But let's hear more about what this orchestra is about, how did it come to form, and what their plans are. With us on the couch this morning, we have Miss Karen Vernon, who's the organizer. Next to her, Miss Stephanie Quay, who's the assistant director. In the back, we have the director, Mr. Carlos Perote, as well as one of the musicians, Mr. Ellsworth Castillo. So good morning to all of you. How are we feeling this morning?
Feeling great.
We got over a huge hurdle. We presented to the Belizean population our national orchestra. Tell us, I want to begin this conversation with you, Mr. Perote. What was that like as the director?
Well, I always I imagine that happened, and previous years, a kind of movement started to build that orchestra. I believe that in my mind, all right, when I think about the orchestra, it happened that 20 years ago, I believe, when we do a concert with Frankie Renaud at the Belize for the 25th anniversary of Belize. And he kind of put on those big ensembles, and anytime capture my mind. I play for national and symphony orchestra for a lot of years in Cuba and Mexico.
Right.
So I anytime love that idea for Belize. It's very difficult to do something like that in Belize because we don't have enough professional musicians. When I say professional musicians, people that live of music.
Right.
We don't have. See, we have 10 or 20, it's a lot.
Yeah.
So, but we have students, we have teachers that work every year and every day to make sure something happen to our music. So I do a first try in a concert that I do for something we call it Cuenta Conmigo. It's a CD that we do for Hispanic singers. Channel 5 that time do that and blah, blah, blah. So I put a group for 40 musicians. We still band, string, and things like that. But I continue with that idea until 4 years ago, we formed this group with Palote, SCSC, and Choral Society. So I said, let's go see what happened. And it looked like he bite the minister. And the minister decided to, let's go do it. And we launched the orchestra Thursday. It's a lot of work that we need to do with the orchestra. It's just nothing. I think so it's 20%.
Oh, okay.
We need 80% more to... Our orchestra is built in 5 years with good musicians.
There we go, yeah.
We don't have the structure for do that, but we have the... I would say something that we have the things for do it.
Yes.
And we will do it. So we encourage anybody from anywhere that want to be a part of that is welcome. Is welcome.
How did you,
go ahead.
was the reception from the Belizean public, did that meet your expectations? The feedback you
Listen,
got?
it's good feedback, but you know how Belizean are. Me no Belizean. I live here for 26 years, but Belizean criticize anything. And I agree with them. Because it no matter how much you work hard, then it's still something that they will tell you, but you have to listen to that stuff.
Definitely.
Because it can help you. But in general, it's a good feedback for people and encourage you to continue to do it. So.
I like the fact that you say, yes, we don't have professional musicians here in Belize, and 10 to 20 people max was what you had. But no, I want to focus on you, Assistant Director. Dealing with how many people? 80 people?
Yes.
On a stage, one night. What was that like for you?
Well, for me, that was an exhilarating experience. I quite thoroughly enjoyed that. And I couldn't quite see the audience because the light was in my eye, but I felt the audience, especially when Miss Isabel stood up and sang Naguyane, you know, and all the other different singers, but I felt the audience, and just being on stage with my musical brothers and sisters is the best feeling ever. Because I know the hours we put in and all the work leading up, that was fun though. All the hours of practice was really fun.
What was that looking like for you, the hours of practice?
You know, we have to work, it's a lot of work. And some days we just, all right, we'll put this down, come back, you know. Work on it till we get there.
How long did it take to reach this level that you were performing on Thursday?
A few months.
A few months.
Yeah, we started about...
Was it June?
We started February, leading up, you know, practice different songs, practice separately, put it together, practice separately, put it together.
Literally detaching and bring it back
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yep.
I could imagine.
Yes.
Oh, man.
There were the different segments, the strings and the woodwinds, like they practice one area, the choir practice somewhere else,
the pans, yes.
And then once a week, they all came together too.
Wow.
Okay, and is it difficult, because you're organizing different songs and it's a national orchestra and we have different genres of music throughout the country. Is it difficult trying to put it together in a seamless sort of way?
Carlos was the genius behind that, so...
Then I started to practice in June, where I started to compose and arrange last year.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, he put that together, so...
Okay.
Writing music.
Yeah.
I teach whole day. So I have to find time.
The time, right.
For go. So when the holiday come, I just sit down and work. And my wife anytime roll out with me because I don't have time. It's difficult. It's very
but he
difficult.
had this vision and he wanted to, and he brought it alive.
Yes.
And I finished with this concert and I start Christmas concert.
He done writing music.
I have to write music.
Okay.
And that's what I wanted to focus on, because you have these 80 beautiful musicians on stage. They have their jobs, or they have schooling, and then they have to come after that to work on it.
Yeah.
And then once a week, like you said, they all come together to perform these works of art, right? Ms. Karen, I want to ask, in organizing all of this now, what was that like for you?
It was like organizing anything else, but on a larger scale because of the amount of people. And when I came on board, of course, you know, Carlos had written all the music. They had started rehearsing. So it was just like getting the uniforms together, you know, making sure that everybody was taken care of, you know, booking rehearsal spaces, that sort of thing. And it was difficult because the home of the orchestra is the Bliss Center, but the Bliss Center is small. It isn't always available. So, you know, like rehearsals took place at different areas. So, you know, like everybody was hopping around and where rehearsal day again today? You know, like, so, you know, like putting all that together. I mean, it's something that I enjoy. And as I said, it was just on a bigger scale because it was much more people than I usually manage.
And we're looking to grow. That's what Mr. Carlos said, right?
Carlos wants to see, of course, this was very Belize City based. You know, we had some musicians from other districts, so he wants to see the inclusion of the other districts as well.
I could imagine that. Mr. Ellsworth, so you were actually on stage performing as well.
Yes.
Tell us how was that feeling like for you and feeling the energy, as Miss Stephanie said here.
So, to begin with, my role was actually threefold. I had three distinct roles within this inaugural concert, and you asked me about being a musician. That part is actually the easiest part for me because I've been playing for quite a while. So that was the easiest part for me to, you know, I've been working with my brother Carlos for about 15 years, you know, and we worked together quite a bit. And so that part was not as difficult as the other two, which I will describe in a few, but it was indeed, as Stephanie pointed, as an exhilarating feeling to see everything come together because, you know, what they describe, you know, the segmented rehearsals and practices, personal practices, and bringing it together, you know. I felt everything because we had like 3 days of rehearsals inside the Bliss with the entire orchestra, and what culminated on Thursday was just it just blew my mind. But I, as a musician, a drummer and a percussionist, and I also had to perform because one of my compositions was featured in this concert, and a song that I wrote way back in 2011, and Carlos wrote the music and arranged it for the orchestra. And when he told me that earlier this year, you know, I was really excited about that. I felt proud, I felt honored, I felt, I mean, you know, and so that part of it was pretty much the most difficult part because I live behind the drums, way in the back, and I had to really step out in the front and sing, which is, but it was a blessing, and I got to share, you know, the hugest part of that blessing was that I got to share and do that song along with my son, J. Cass. And so that kind of calmed me down a bit because I knew I had support. And yes, that was really, really fantastic. The third part is that my company, Excalibur Sound and Equipment, was responsible to provide the audio and all the PA, meaning that everything regarding the sound that was being heard inside the Bliss was what we had that responsibility to get all the instruments mic'd up. We were running like almost 80 microphones.
Wow.
You know, it was a huge undertaking, and it was, I discussed, you know, when we looked at the input list with my engineer, Paul Flores, engineer extraordinaire, I keep saying that, Paul Flores, this has been the biggest that we have been tasked to do, you know, but we went in there with a lot of confidence, thanks to Carlos and all his crazy ideas when he brings ensembles together and work with us, that we have gotten used to this.
Yeah.
Because whenever Carlos does something, he has all these instruments, you know, and he say, Cass, this is what I have, make it sound good. And so thanks to this brother that he has tested us and we have tested the waters so many times. This one has been the biggest so far, and I think we executed very well. I think that, I believe that the people that were inside the theater thoroughly enjoyed what they heard, and we feel good about that, and we expect to continue with this relationship. So that was my 3
big
things that I had to, yes.
And it really came together because like the rehearsal nights, I was like, well, you know, like, will we get this together? But the night of the concert was like, wow, it all came together. It sounded good. Carlos was up there enjoying himself. I mean, you could see he was having fun. Everybody pulled their part together, and it was just impressive.
Because I think that, and I need to say this, that before we walked on the stage, a sister from the choir said a very powerful prayer.
Okay.
And I get cold seed and I said this thing, right? Because I saw the whole thing manifested in front of us.
Wow.
And she asked guidance for our voices and our hands and for the directors and everything. And another thing, and that we enjoy the moment. And everything came together. So, you know, always give thanks and praises to the Almighty.
I want to ask in terms of a more general question in terms of just music in Belize, and because, you know, music, I think the music sector is still fledgling, sorry. But it's come out a long way from where it was. I think music in Belize, or any type of arts, a lot of times they aren't taken seriously. What does this mean for this sector now, having this orchestra? Not just that, but pulling people, having this community basically. So you're not just on your own with your instrument, you can be a part of something bigger, and you know, it can continue to grow and reach the entire country. And you don't have to be, you know, you can pursue music as something serious and something that you want to do.
The word is education, nothing else. Education. Some people don't know who is Mr. Peter.
Yes.
Right.
So education is the problem in what we have in Belize. Education. How you sustain that orchestra if you don't have an infrastructure from the primary school?
That's true.
I open my mouth several times, and I will continue open my mouth regard that. Yes, we are a small country. We don't have a big population that you can say, okay, we will get it. We will find selected people to do those kind of stuff. But see, you implement programs, serious program. No, I not talk about let's go have fun.
Yes,
No, it's like that. Music no is for have fun. You have fun when you learn it. It's same thing with painting and art. I take in general art, right? The 7 type of art. When we do it from primary school, seriously, we will have a better Belize in terms of art.
Yeah.
And also will help the society.
Yeah.
I know, I teach in primary school. I can go and teach in university. I have master degree. But I choose to stay there because it's the only way.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
that's
can
very
make
true.
more money over there, you know.
Yeah.
That's very
But
true.
it don't make no sense. How many students I have that they are bad boys, that then watch me in the street and tell me, hey, Mr. Perrote, how are you? I have a lot of children that I take them from the beginning that they are good musicians now or artists or do something regard that. It's just push it, but seriously. No, we lot attacking that we used to do here. We talk a lot and put more mouth, we will do that, and in the reality, it don't happen. It has to be a consistent development. And this is a field from politicians, development. Then scary of that. Then do this here, this, but
Yeah.
continuation is a problem. And we have to do it. It's not difficult. You have people that have the heart for doing it.
Yeah.
But you have to implement it.
Definite. And that's something that I've always said here in Belize. What we need to push for more is education, education,
Yeah.
education. Education is power. Why restrict us from the education, right? But like you rightfully said, development, that
Yeah.
seems to scare people. And changes seem to scare people.
Exactly.
But I want to then ask, so we have put out a call for all musicians. How can they get in contact in order to be a part of this national orchestra?
We want to roll. It's too early. This orchestra need time. We need time for get a solid foundation to put things in the top and we not fall down, because that happened here too. You start in 1, 2 months, disappear. We don't want that. So what I am thinking is to have some auditions to see how we can get some musician from anywhere. The difficult part of that is the financial aspect. Imagine we have 10 musicians from Corozal.
PG.
Or PG. We have good musicians in Corozal in terms of brass session. I want to incorporate brass session and orchestra, but it will take money. How we will bring those musicians anytime to practice here?
That's true.
Then I will
take out
use
their
the
pocket.
PA.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
Some of our musicians, what we have now, some of them come from Cayo, from Belmopan. They are using them pocket. The government are help us with a little small stipend, stipend, right? $100 or $150, whatever. What is that? It's nothing, but we appreciate it.
Right.
Because that never happened before. Although I don't believe in politics, I want to say thanks to the Minister of Culture. That he took the step and said, let's go do it, right? But what I am saying, this is a process. It's a development.
Definitely.
I hope this development not be cutting.
Continues.
It have to be continued and put more and find more, because we have the human resources. We have it. We have it. We want to work. We want to do it. We have some teachers in this group that they fully support that and they want to push it. But we need more help.
Definitely.
For that
Definitely.
happen, right?
We're young at this point. We need to build. We want to have auditions. How else do we build? Will there be like other viewings that people could say, hey, I want to be a part of this? Or
We'll have the Christmas concert.
well, the Christmas concert,
Yeah.
yes. That the orchestra will be included. Okay, great. Beautiful.
Yes.
So there we have it.
And we should, I mean, and I like this concert, that was a one-time, we should do this again.
Yes, definitely. That's
Yeah,
what
we
I'm trying to aim for.
We will have 2 concerts. We planning to do 2 concerts for the children. One in the morning for the primary school and one in the afternoon for the high school. For them see the music.
Right,
No
definitely.
more guess the artist or the next one. For them say,
This is what I can be, this is what I can do.
Right.
You know, I like the drums, I like the violin, I like to sing, so they can be a part of it.
And it's all Belize.
Yes,
That's
it
it.
is all
All
Belize.
Belize. I love that.
It's something to look forward to.
Is there any like social media platforms that people can be a part of and see that, okay, well, this is coming to us. Let's plan or let's invite, or I don't know.
Well, now that the launch has happened, that should go on. The social media aspect should jump into play.
Okay.
So we have an advisory committee, and we hope that this gets done. We have photos, we have videos, so we can build that platform.
Great, definitely. So we
Right.
can populate finally. But as we're coming to the end of this segment, I want to invite you, Miss Karen. Any final words about the orchestra?
First of all, I like to thank, as Carlos said, Honorable Fonseca, for seeing Carlos's vision and jumping on it. He immediately agreed to it, and he went further for additional funding, which we have funding for area, this Carlos. But we want this to continue. So we need to meet and say, oh, all right, this is the plan. We have something in place already,
Okay,
but we
great.
need to go further than this. So
Definitely.
I want to see that happen.
Okay, great. All right. Any final words, Mr. Perota, Ms. Stephanie, Mr. Fass?
For me, I just want to give thanks that we have reached this point, which is, again, as Carlos mentioned, something that was in my mind for a long time since I came back to Belize after completing my university studies way back in 1991. And so to have this experience in my lifetime, I'm so thankful for that, and I will do whatever it takes to continue to work and to see this move forward, you know, and to be sustained.
Yes.
You know, that is what I would love to see.
There we go. There we go.
Anything else?
I just want to thanks to Gina Scott. Maestra Gina helped us with, she's the
chair.
The chairman
Yeah,
of Orchestra, Ivan Duran,
yes.
Yasser Musa.
Yasser,
Elud.
Okay.
Very
Elud has been
important
very
part of us.
instrumental in
Elud
keeping
has
this
helped us
together.
with money. So then everybody have the part in that
Yeah.
success, right?
Definitely.
And also I want to say thanks to Andy Palacio, Panawar,
Right.
Lila Vernon
Lorevan, Lila Verna, all of those people that
Yeah.
gave us our culture and heritage.
Gave us that music.
Definitely.
Gave us the music.
And we'll keep it alive.
Awesome.
Let's keep it alive.
It's a
guys.
great note to end it on.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us here on our coach this morning, and we definitely look forward to more from the Belize National Orchestra. Guys, and with that, we've come to the end of this segment and our show. We just want to thank our guests quickly for coming in. We had Miss Antina Campbell, Miss Black Globe Belize stopping in, talking about what she's doing to represent Belize, as well as members from the Ministry of Agriculture, Food Security and Enterprise, and the Livestock Producers Association, as well as the Belize National Orchestra. Definitely a beautiful show. Thank you, Courtney, for joining us. Thank all of you guys for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you, too, for joining us on this Tuesday. While we listen to our natural orchestra outside, we will definitely be joining you back here tomorrow with Ren and Kevin.
Yes, Renata's back.
As they will be there for another Wentabless Wednesday. As I usually say, and I want to change it up, go be sweet, my Belizeans.
And stay dry.
Yes.
That's difficult.
Bye, guys. We'll
Thank
see
you,
you back here
Ren.
tomorrow.
A place to call your home, a place where you can grow. Stand by me and we'll take flight. We'll be there at morning's light. I've got you covered on all concerns we share today. You will discover how the world turns each day. When the sun comes up